Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everesthall. This is the Capricorn full moon video. The Capricorn full moon is going to be on June 29th. We are in Cancer season.
We're on the maternal-paternal axis.
Yes.
In cardinal energy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's about starting, initiating, right? There's a lot to cover in this video.
Right.
Like a whole lot. So we're going to try to speak as clearly and concisely as we can.
Yes, it's very important that you pay attention and stay with us on this video for as long as you can.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
A lot happening.
All
right, so first, cardinal energy. This is the astrological signs that occur when a season changes.
Bingo.
So right now, it is Cancer season. We just had the Cancer solstice. I hope you had a wonderful time with that, either summer or winter, depending on where you are. So Cancer is the initiating force of our waters. This represents the mother and the breast, and literally how you suckle and nourish
yourself, right?
You know, how you
the
get
moon does not love being in Capricorn.
No.
It just doesn't. We're just going to say it, all right? It just doesn't, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is concerned with rules and stability and structure.
Doing it slowly.
The better qualities that we've taken from our father figures in our lives, all right? This moon's going to occur on June 29th at 8 degrees.
Yes.
And the moon will square Neptune in Aries, throwing up a bunch of fog and confusion.
Aries is also cardinal.
Yeah.
Aries is spring. Okay, so we got initiation water, initiation spring. And then...
First fog and confusion from Neptune, and then the moon will square Saturn, which rules Capricorn.
Right.
In addition to that, Mars will go into Gemini this day, and it will be conjunct Uranus. So that spells drama, explosions, fireworks. Yeah, surprise. Right.
Mars is drive and aggression and war and masculine energy. Uranus is surprise and freedom and revolution.
Yeah, rebellion,
mental alacrity.
In addition to this, Mercury will go retrograde this day too, in Cancer.
Yes.
So when we're looking at the signs, we're going to talk about the sun, the moon, and Mercury and Saturn.
Right.
It's a lot.
But
we're good at this. In addition to this,
we're super good at this, so it's going to be really clear.
Chiron has moved into Taurus for a few months. From now until September, Chiron will be in Taurus. Yeah. Kind of testing our financial stability, our comforts, world finances.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it'll go back
into Aries,
and then it'll go into Taurus again.
Till 2033. So long transit.
Taurus represents, it's the bull. It also represents our mouth and our throat and how we actually feed ourselves, our material possessions, what we value, not just materially, but in our hearts, what we value. So Chiron is this energy, which is a wounded healer. It's there to kind of show us where the wounds are, where our tender, vulnerable parts are, and expose us to that so we may strengthen ourselves.
And I believe Chiron moving through Taurus will put a spotlight on what we think we value. Maybe all of the stuff that we have around us, our material possessions, our comforts, maybe it's just a lot to dust.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not bringing us anywhere. Maybe we stare at these things and go into a memory about where they came from and then it pulls us down.
Right.
So there's going to be a little bit of tightening up there.
Tightening and readjusting, reassessing, revisiting, revising.
What is real value?
Yeah. Retrograde Mercury energy on our minds as we rethink about what we value, how we perform in society, how we accomplish our worldly tasks. This is Capricorn. It's not just drive and jobs, but it's how we actually perform in the world, how we're like paternally existent in our drive and in relationship to our nurturing.
Yeah, Mercury's going
big
retrograde in Cancer.
Yeah.
And that's trining to all the water signs too, especially. Retrograde is just another word for review,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, don't be scared.
Yeah. Revise, review.
Yeah. Certainly things
Maybe
go
speak less and just think more, reflect, reflect.
certainly things go a little haywire during Mercury retrograde, and they go a little haywire, so we're able to learn our weaknesses and shore ourselves up. You know, think of yourself as a castle, and you find a little crumbling part of your wall. You know, you patch it up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best an earth sign can do because they want stability. And this moon wants results now,
Oh yeah,
right now.
but Saturn's there in a square, telling you to slow it down, do it properly, do it slowly, follow
Do it
the rules.
methodically, right?
And if you don't follow the rules, then it is going to send you back to kindergarten, and you're going to have to learn how to spell again. You're going to have to learn how to spell the word rules. So there's this very interesting thing with, here's a Capricorn up here, and here's Cancer down here, and then over here is Aries. This
Saturn.
Yes, Saturn. So we have the father and the mother, and then we have this control point. These hard facts are going to be coming into you, into your consciousness through this Mercury retrograde in review on what you actually have in your possessions and what you value and what is really important in your life. It's like major adulting moon.
Major adulting comes with bite-sized actions.
That's
You
good.
You
Yeah.
can't just will it. It has to be manageable.
You can't just
what I could do today.
You can't just buy a house randomly. You have to kind of work on it. You got to take steps.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking for emotional stability in a sign that does not like the moon in it, really. So it's a wake-up call too, and this is right before Jupiter switches into Leo, which will bring all of the outer planets into masculine signs.
Ding, ding.
For the first time in recorded history, and certainly no one was alive at this point.
Right. Certainly with nobody.
We don't know when this happened last. You have to go far, far back to find any parallel.
This is the funny thing about astrology. The planets and the degrees and the knowledge, it reveals itself to humans as we're able to comprehend it, to put it in a simple way. Now, what is a masculine sign and what is a feminine sign?
Well, Aries is masculine.
Yeah.
Gemini is masculine. Leo's masculine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But elements as air and fire. Air and fire are masculine. Feminine, water and earth.
Right.
So at this point, all the outer planets are in air and fire signs. And it kind of is the first time this has happened, and it's a very projective,
Talk about futurism.
futuristic energy here.
Yeah.
And now that we're in the future, what do we want to accomplish, and how are we going to nurture ourselves and make ourselves feel safe? That's Cancer. You need to feel safe in order to do things. Otherwise, you're just a little bit, going to fail there. If you don't have the safety net underneath you, it's going to cause problems.
You need the discipline of mind.
Right. Yeah. Bingo. Discipline of mind. Yeah. So discipline of mind as we're moving in the future, we're working to do things and we're trying to make the world a better place. And how are we securing ourselves and how are we nurturing ourselves in this chaos?
And Capricorn is associated with work, which may be your profession, but it may be your life's work. And it may just be how you feel valuable to those around you. Right. How you feel helpful and of service and worthy.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your job?
Not bad.
What's
your job?
What's your job?
Yeah. So let's just start.
I think that's clear enough. We could talk about this for a long time, but we got to make this.
Time is valuable.
Time is valuable, and
Capricorn knows that.
Capricorn knows that, and so does Saturn. So let's begin at the beginning. Aries.
We'll start with Aries. Yeah, Aries. This energy is happening in your 10th house, which is about work. And this may be the end of a cycle.
Yes.
And you may realize that, well, I've done all I can in this job, and I'm looking for something else. But this is a revelation for you. Neptune is with you and Saturn is with you. So that's adding inspiration and some stability too.
Right.
Yeah. And they are squaring to the sun and Mercury is going retrograde in your fourth house. So that's asking you to think about what's happening at home in your family.
Right. This tension between how you are seen, how you project yourself in the public stage, and how you are taken care of and take care of your family in your physical home.
Including your parents.
Yeah, including your parents. It's all like home and job are parents. Just that.
Just that.
Now, in
Yeah.
the third house is Mars
Mm-hmm.
and Uranus, and this has to do with your mind. So there is a mental inspiration, perhaps, a mental pulsing of.
There's much culmination for you.
There's much culmination. I know, Aries, you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to achieve something. You're going to want to force something, but please be patient because it can blow up if you don't pay attention to what's happening in your fourth house, in your home, and in your
Mercury
family.
retrograde means zip the lip, keep it a little undercover, just reflect a little bit more.
Yeah.
What card do we have for Aries?
Let's pull a card for Aries. I forgot we do tarot.
Split them.
Aha! Thank you. Split the deck. Boom. Here we go. All right. For Aries. Aha!
Bravo.
Oh, bravo. Oh, we've gotten this card for Aries before. I think we got this last month for Aries. Okay, the Tower. Don't be scared about the Tower. Your conceptions of reality are going to explode and shatter because they are built on sand and it needs to happen. You need to let this go. Here we have Uranus, this lightning bolt coming into your mind. Boom.
Super disruptive.
Super disruptive. Maybe the way you have been thinking of yourself and your job and your career.
Maybe you place too much importance on
Yeah.
it. There just needs to be a balancing, right?
Yeah.
Just take the best from the lessons you've learned through your time at the job that you've been in. Take the best, leave the rest.
Take the best, leave the rest, and focus on the home. Have you been not paying attention to your children and your family and your home, and it's caused this problem because you are dealing so much with the public face? Could be. But this is a destruction that has to happen so it can be rebuilt in a really positive way.
Yeah. Foundation needs to be redone again. That's okay.
Literally, that's what Cancer is, this foundation here.
That's all right. All right, Taurus, this energy is trining you. Helpful. All right?
Yes. Helpful.
This energy is in your ninth house. So this is about higher learning, faith, travel.
Higher education.
It's squaring Saturn and Neptune in your 12th house, which is about hidden spots, right? Blind spots.
Yeah, blind spots, your subconscious, your dreams, people and that you don't know of that are supporting you. The hidden network out there that is supporting you in your task and in your life, and in your life's journey. Now, Neptune in 12th house, that's kind of dreamy and also could be a little...
Addictions, a little too much. Maybe there needs to be a little cleaning up, a little cleanse.
A little cleanse of
there,
your 12th house of...
so that you could have better faith in yourself.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it.
There, easy. Mercury is going retrograde in your third house position.
Right.
So maybe call your siblings if you haven't called them in a while. Review.
Review on how you think, how you actually think. Is your thinking process becoming a little tired, worn out? Maybe you're fighting a lot and you just need to put up some good boundaries and let yourself heal. Here we have the 9 of Wands, 9 of Fire, 9 plans here. Now, this is happening in your 9th house. This fellow, I love this card. He's been through a war and he's still around. He's got a bandaged head and a bandaged arm. He still could walk. He's got a stick there, help him walk. But
what a story he's going to tell.
Yes.
What a book he's going to
write.
write.
Man, this is like a Nabokov novel or something crazy, White Fang here. So there's a little fort they've built here. There's a boundary. There's guardrails. There's defense. The number 9 in tarot has to do with a hermit. This is about isolation and self-reflection. Your plans and your passions are protecting you and guarding you against further distress and helping you educate yourself. This ninth house belief in the higher education, the arrow hitting the target. Believe that if you have solid boundaries, you have a safe space. Boundaries in your workplace. Here we go. Boundaries in your workplace gives you a safety at home.
Bingo. There you go.
Boundaries at the
And
workplace.
it's interesting because, like, the ninth house, faith, squaring the 12th house, hidden spots. So it's a lot of psychology.
Deep psychology. Here's the psychology of it. I've been through a war and I'm still around.
Right.
What do you know? You didn't die.
Has war softened you?
War softened you.
Gemini.
Gemini
rising. This energy is happening in your 8th house.
Uh-huh.
So that's other people's economies, other people's money.
Spooky transformations.
Sex, death.
Occult.
Rebirth.
Yes.
Yeah. Squaring to Saturn and Neptune in your 11th house, which has to do with friends and networks.
Friends and networks, if you're self-employed, and who isn't actually self-employed? We're all self-employed. This has to do with goals, your goals in relationship to your networks and friends.
Yeah, shared intimacy with friends, with partners. Mars is with you, so that's some fuel in your tank.
But boom.
Yeah.
And you get the Queen of Pentacles.
Queen of Pentacles. Now, Mercury is going retrograde in your 2nd house, which may shed a spotlight on your finances.
Yep.
And where your money is going, where you don't see it going. And
yeah. Second house is money. Second house is like how you feed yourself. This is literally your money, your values. In this retrograde, perhaps you're able to see how you can nourish and support your finances, but also your personal values. The Queen of Pentacles, she is sitting on her throne and she is paying careful attention to this pentacle, which looks to me like a baby. She's kind of like a Madonna, and she's sitting there with her baby money, and it has to do with home security, protecting your assets, being reflective on what your assets can do and how they function and how they can help this garden grow. Money doesn't mean anything if it's buried in your basement. It actually has to do something for you. You got to work on it. You got to invest it. Even if you have, 2 cents to scratch together, there's still some kind of action you can do with this. And there's one thing we didn't talk about. This kind of needs a little bit of friction here to kind of.
Oh, yeah, the sextile action.
Yeah, that's later. That's the later.
Mind.
That's the later. All right, we have enough on this. But, a review of your finances, no matter what it is, even if it's $1, what does this dollar mean and how much have you struggled to accomplish it? If it's $1 million, same thing. It doesn't matter. We're reflecting on it. It's about home security. Once again, we're talking about Capricorn work and drive.
You need the love to enjoy it.
You need the love to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And maybe this money gets shared with other people. It's part of a community chest with your family as a close, small economy. There's lots of different economies. Some economies are microeconomies between family members, and how you can support it and how you can be supported. Home security is a cool card for a couple Geminis I'm thinking of.
Cancer and Cancer rising.
Yes.
This energy, this moon is happening opposite you, so it's about relationships. It's 7th house. It's squaring to Saturn and Neptune in the 10th house.
Yes.
That's about being inspired at work, finding structure and stability at work. What a balancing act you have.
Yeah. And through your relationships, the seventh house, not only it's relationships, which is everything human, but it's also legal matters and the karma that you build through your actions. You make an action, it has a response. That's the 7th house. Just like your relationships, you fall in love, there's a response. It's a back and forth.
Mercury's retrograding in your house, so this is a new way of communicating, maybe with your partner, your lover. And Mars is in the 12th house, urging you to investigate,
Yeah.
Check it out. Look in those dark corners. Don't be afraid.
No.
This is a big moon,
This is a big moon about mom and dad and how we are both our mothers and fathers in the planet. but we're also have, each one of us has a mother and a father at some point. Now, you get 3 of Wands here. Now, that 12th house, Saturn and Neptune, it's a very deep psychological place. This is your subconscious. These are the hidden spots. This is the people and the networks behind the scenes that you don't know about that are supporting you. It's ghosts, of course. It's ghosts and spooky stuff.
Scooby-Doo.
It's totally Scooby-Doo. And here we got Scooby-Doo, and he's looking for that 4th post in order to build the foundations for that house, which is Cancer. We're talking about foundations and our projected outside world, inside the house and outside the house. It's a very yellow card. It has to do with ego. Ego heavy.
Yeah.
What do I desire out
Of course,
in the world?
ego heavy, that's relationships. That's,
Of course.
Like you do something, I react, that's my ego.
Right.
Yeah.
You do something, I react, that's my ego. Maybe sometimes you do nothing and I react, and that's my ego.
When there's no reaction, then we have to worry.
Yeah, right? But, okay, so 3, this represents in the higher arcana the Empress. This has to do with growth. This has to do with natural growth, the way a baby gestates in the womb, the way plants grow during summertime. These are the growth of your plans, your passions, as you're extending yourself out beyond the limits of your own landscape, across the waters into another territory, across the emotional nurturing waters into another landscape. I like that.
I like that.
I like that as a Cancer ascendant. I like that.
Okay, Leo rising. This energy is in your 6th house, so it's about your routine. It's job.
Yep.
Yeah, job, routine.
Job, routine.
Pets, lifestyle, the health.
The people that work for you also. Yeah. But the 6th house is a health house.
Yeah, and it's about facts. For better or worse. For better or worse.
For better.
Give it to me. This is squaring Saturn and Neptune in the 9th house. So, about faith.
Yep.
Travel, higher learning,
higher education,
old
belief
patterns
systems
become clear. This Mercury is going retrograde in your 12th house. So this is about looking at hidden spots, right? Addictions.
Yeah.
Maybe too much smoking.
Blind spots.
Yeah.
Like these things that we kind of do are daily that we don't notice that we're doing, that are getting in the way. This is a performance moon in a way. We're really kind of trying to fine tune our our speed racer car. That's our drive into the world and our career and jobs.
This is our 6-month checkup, right?
Yeah.
Our 6-month review, because it happened right at the solstice. So this is like, well, are we where we thought we would be a year ago from now? What's going on? So it's a very heavy moon. It's very, it's review.
It's a very heavy moon.
Judgmental, and it's a
in
review.
the middle of a crazy year, and let's be aware of the actual facts that are happening in our lives.
What
now,
do I get? I get that.
You get a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
You got a lot of thoughts here, Leo. A lot of stuff is happening.
It's Mercury retrograde, up for review. Blind spots, a lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking. All right, now
Mars is in the 11th house for us.
Yep.
Very social.
So 11th house, plans, goals, friendships, networks, trying to drive through our networks and grow our goals. New plans, as we're reviewing our old obsessions and our old patterns and trying to balance our day-to-day life. Essentially, we all just want to have a balanced day where
Leo,
everything's fair.
Where is the joy?
Where is the joy? It's not in our thoughts.
Nah.
These aren't happy.
Nah.
This is a card about paranoia.
Swords suck.
This is a card about paranoia, gossip, intrigue, and feeling tied up in your own mental, kind of loop.
Yeah.
The way to get out of a mental loop, the way to get out of this trap that we humans put ourselves in all the time is you got to feel it with your feet. You got to touch the ground and literally ground yourself. This poor woman.
What if there's no ground under the water?
Oh, there's always ground under the water. There's always ground under the water.
Where?
You're gonna have to drown to find it. No, don't. So this poor lady, she's all tied up. She's all worked up into a tizzy. She thinks it's the worst, that she's in a cage, but it's not true. Her binds are loose and she can wiggle out of them. Her blindfold is loose, she can wiggle out of that. And if she were to touch the kind of the liquid there, are Cancerian nurturing, if she would find what nurtures her, she could walk out of this self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. Go where it's warm, nurture yourself, find the people that love you and cherish you. There's friends everywhere that just love you.
Maybe they have some cigarettes.
Maybe they have, or better yet, they have some really delicious cigars that last longer than cigarettes.
Virgo and Virgo rising.
Virgo.
This is a little easier for you.
Yeah.
Being an Earth sign.
Right.
All right. It's your 5th house. This is about joy, projects, children. There's a culmination with creative endeavors.
Hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 5th house is the happy house. This is ruled by the sun. It's joyful. It's the joy you get from doing stuff, from creating stuff as a child, like house.
Yeah. And it's squaring Saturn, Neptune in the 8th house. So that's other people's money and economies and sex. Don't forget. Don't forget
sex.
No, and Mercury will be retrograding in the 11th house. So maybe take a break from friendships or reevaluate your friendships. Ask yourself, is this where I want to be?
Well, the retrograde in the friendship could also be old friends coming back.
Oh, yes.
Of
course. Old friends ringing you up.
But
you could call old friends you haven't spoken to in a while.
This could be a fun trip. Why don't you go through the contact list on your phone and say hi to people you haven't said hello to for the longest time?
Put them in a spreadsheet.
Yeah. You can kind of annotate everything and kind of like figure out who goes and who comes and all that. That sounds like a lot of fun. But it's always nice to hear from a friend that you haven't heard from for a long time.
Yeah, give them a jingle.
But ultimately, this is a really happy...
This is a happier energy for you. And voila.
Voila! Okay. This is the High Priestess. This card represents the moon. This is number 2. It's a very important card. It's a very mysterious card. This has to do with feminine secrets on how things just...
How nature happens.
How the heck does nature happen? Yeah. Why do plants grow in that form? These are like those big secrets that we can't really figure out as humans. And there is a veil here. So she's sitting between Boaz and Jogam, these 2 Masonic pillars representing, electromagnetic. They represent a lot, but I think electromagnetic battery here. And she's in the battery. Behind her, there's a screen. And behind that is the mystery of mysteries. And she is there as a guardian of the mysteries of mysteries to not tell the secrets of what's happening. And
where does creation come from?
Where does creation come from?
How do you do it, Virgo?
Where does joy come from?
Yeah.
How do you bring up joy and find that joyful happiness for just the sake of joyfulness? How the heck does that happen? It doesn't come in a pill. It doesn't come in, sometimes, or a food or a drink, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know where the happiness comes from.
Childlike curiosity.
Yes.
Creation. Simple.
Play with the mystery, discover the mystery, and just kind of toss it around.
Yeah. Libra and Libra rising. This is 4th house work for you. So it's about emotional stability. Squaring Saturn and Neptune in the 7th house. So it's about relations, right? And Mercury's going retrograde in the 10th house, in your 10th house, rather. Mm-hmm. So that's some review at work, right? Maybe old jobs that you've done before.
Sure.
Come back somehow, karmically, right?
It's weird how that happens.
Yeah.
Hey, happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Sun
fan.
and Mercury are in your 10th house, completion of a cycle. Yeah.
Okay. Completion of a cycle. Here we go. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the Happy Family. This is a joyful card where everybody is feeling really good. There's a rainbow in the sky, mom, dad, and the babies, and everyone's kind of dancing around there. I hope that this is actually what's happening in your house. I hope you have a really...
Are you pretend balancing emotional stability with work and home?
That's one. Yeah, that's one of the things about this card is it can be.
Is it real or is it performative? Yeah, Mars is in your 9th house position, so that's giving you some fuel for faith-based trust.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the key to happiness. Here is to have the faith that things are balanced and everyone's taken care of. To have the faith and the belief that joy is actually possible, to have the belief that
you're worthy of it,
that you're worthy of it,
that's right for the right moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that the middle point of this balance here is happiness, between these two pivots.
Blissful harmony.
Blissful harmony. I really wish this upon everybody here.
Yeah. Okay, Scorpio rising. This energy is sextiling you, so a bit more help. And it's in your 3rd house, suggesting communication, siblings, logic, right?
Yes, your mind.
Saturn and Neptune are in your 6th house position. So it's about inspiration and structure at work, right? And Mercury's going retrograde in your 9th house. So that's about,
Faith and belief. Another 10. Okay. Scorpio. Are you working too hard?
Could it be easier?
Are you...
Do you know about the wheel?
Yeah. Do you know about the wheel?
The wheel?
Are you performing in a way where everybody can see how difficult things are for you? You literally harvested these wands and you are the one who are carrying it over to town. This is your responsibility and this is your project. This is your belief. And you are the one who did this way. If
the power lies in talking, communicating with people, right? In the community.
Yeah.
There's more help to be found. 3rd house.
Ask your brother for help. Be like, hey, this is a lot of plans and I'm feeling overwhelmed by all this. I know I can do it all by myself, but maybe if I got some friends and family to help me with this load, I can get it to town. He's almost there. Here's the town right there. I don't know what he's doing here. Maybe he's like repairing somebody's house or building like a dance stage or something great. But he needs some help. It's getting really hard. You could just see him sweating, walking up this hill, trying to do this. Everything's in his face. It doesn't make any sense. He could put these down and figure out a different way of doing it.
My back aches for you.
My back aches for this guy.
Yeah. Sagittarius. This energy is in your 2nd house, so that's finances.
Hey.
Right? Worthiness,
finances, your self-worth, it's also how you actually nurture yourself, feed yourself.
How you enjoy the deliciousness of life, the wine, the chocolate, the satin, the silk, the sex, Saturn and Neptune are in your 5th house, so that's romance, joy, children.
Yeah. Neptune there, there's a dream. A dream in the 5th house. And Saturn is there. This is a long transit. Saturn's there to help you give structure to this dream. When you're seeing something on the horizon, Neptune works like a ship on the horizon. And if you're kind of at the beach, if you're ever at the beach, it's hard to tell how far away something is. And the atmosphere kind of disrupts it. It almost looks like the ship is floating above the ocean. There's this illusion there. But you can see the dream. You can see it in the distance. But Saturn is there and he gives you structure and happiness.
Phantasma Morgana.
Phantasmagoria?
No. Fata Morgana.
That's it. Fata Morgana.
The illusion, right.
Yeah, that's a good drag name, Fata Morgana. Speaking of drag, it's gay pride.
Yeah.
All right, now we got 3 cups here. That is a celebration, an emotional celebration, a joyful union of figures from different areas. We have 1, 2, 3 different maidens. They don't have to be women, but they're all dressed differently. That helps us know they're coming together from different areas. They might not be related at all, or maybe 2 are related and 1 isn't. And they're together and they're having a party.
Creation is collaborative.
Creation is collaborative. Bingo.
Yeah.
This is a 3. It's expansive energy. It's a joyful union. The waters, the fluids, the Cancerian support is growing, and it's love and it's joyful.
Mercury is going retrograde in your 8th house. So 8th house is other people's economy, other people's money.
Yeah.
And that's just something to think about as your moon is in the 2nd house.
Right.
Your finances, your worth. Do you want to be part of others' economy? Do you want to go it alone? What do you want to do?
At a certain point, nobody goes it alone. We're not isolated creatures, with individual Earths. We are part of each other's economies and part of each other's microeconomies. With 8th house retrograde and Mercury retrograde 8th house, other people's economies and your relationship to other people's economies and how they affect you.
And 8th house is sex. There's an old sex partner
Sure
popping
is.
up.
I hope it's hot. New sex partners.
Don't take the bait.
Joyful, wonderful, fiery, yummy. I love this. Happy. Okay, this could be a happy full moon for you. I hope you're really supported.
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
This is your moon.
This is your moon.
Oh my God. You're so happy for this moon. It's in your 1st house, right?
Yeah.
It's in your 1st house.
It is in your 1st house.
It's a whole remaking of who you understand yourself to be as a worker, amongst workers, right?
Yeah. In relationship.
Maybe it's the end of a cycle.
Uh-huh.
It is a full moon. Maybe you have to remove the thing that has kept you from good servitude. Squaring Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house. Remember your family, remember your nurturing.
Remember your family.
And Mercury is going retrograde in your 7th house. So that's taken some time to review your relationships. A lot to balance.
Yeah, but this is about your relationships, your home, your security, the way you nurture yourself, and how you're performing out in the public. Okay, a little bit of a tough card. 5 of Pentacles. Number 5 has to do with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is top-down structures. It's the church. It's the government. It's taxes. It's big responsibilities. These are lessons that we learn in society that are tried and true and really don't fluctuate. We have 2 people who are out in the cold. They don't look like they're physically in the best shape. They are roughing it out in the cold, slushy East Coast weather. They're outside of a church. Yeah, outside of a church. And the funny thing about a church is that the stained glass looks great at night from the outside, or it looks great from the day on the inside. Never the both. So these figures need some sort of security and some sort of compassion. They have been left out of the establishment. So this could be talking about your home and family relationships. If you're...
This could be, again, asking for some help.
Sure.
Right? Definitely asking for some help. Capricorn could see this card and say, well, I'm doing it the hard way, knowing it'll be easier on the other end.
Right.
Maybe money's tight right now. Maybe I gotta, scrimp and save, but there's going to be a reward after a while. Yeah.
And we're also talking about values, and maybe the values that these 2 people hold do not involve this institution. There's a certain amount of doing it the hard way for your own personal value and your own self-confidence, and not asking yourself for help, not asking the institution for help. It's kind of a tricky card with this one, but
Yeah. Mars is in your sixth house position.
yeah,
So that is some energy for a new routine.
sure.
Maybe it is about a new job.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe this is the in-between jobs. Like, okay.
Oh yeah,
that
this
makes
totally
sense.
feels like an in between two jobs. Mars in the sixth house is a drive to get your day to day done. It's a drive to slog it through.
A drive to be of service and to pets and to your routine and for the good of your own health too.
For the good of your own health, you might need to ask for help.
Yeah, Mars in the sixth house position is not great for health.
No.
So gentle.
Gentle
Biome.
double check your blood pressure. See a doctor, double check in, and check in with the loved ones in your family, in your home, and just spend some time talking to everybody and have dinner with each other at a table.
Yeah, just lend your ear.
Yeah, you don't have to make it a big performance.
Just lend your ear is all. Aquarius rising. This energy is in your 12th house, so that is hidden spaces, deep psychology, unseen support. Squaring Saturn and Neptune in your 3rd house, so that's about siblings and porch politics and community. Mercury's going retrograde in your 6th house. Yeah.
Ba-boom. All right, Aquarius, this is what we get. We get judgments. Ah ha ha da 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 da.
So Mercury retrograde 6th house, like Capricorn with Mars. Check your health. Do a little more exercise, a little more stretching, right? It's all karma. If you're not stretching, you're gonna snap like a brittle pretzel.
Last week I could barely walk because I had not been stretching and I was sitting in a chair for weeks, just watching TV, and I could not freaking move. Judgment is something inevitable. This is an inevitable action. Now, give yourself a second here and look at this card, dear Aquarian brothers and sisters. What pops out to you? Whatever's popping out to you is the message in this card. Is it the trumpet? Is it the people coming out of the grave? Is it the angel? Judgment is something inevitable that's happening in our subconscious. It's happening in our hidden realms of our mind where we can't access it. I got no idea what's going on in that deep subconscious. But our dreams do. And in our dreams, sometimes you hear a call.
The truth is revealed, and it's broken down into symbols that we could decipher easily. Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Now with Saturn...
I dreamt that I was getting a tattoo with my mother last night. Isn't that cool?
I want a tattoo of Lorraine. I'm going to get a tattoo of her face right over my heart. So Saturn, Neptune, 3rd house. It also has to do with mental alacrity here, the front of our mind and the back of our mind. The front of our mind is Gemini. Gemini. The way we talk, the way we speak, the way we act, our day-to-day kind of communications with everybody. What's happening with that? Perhaps there's being like an opening up of some cells that haven't been used in a while here.
Yeah, Saturn, Neptune in the 3rd house. Like, I want real structure in a real community with real neighbors, with real people, right?
Yeah, with real freaking people that I can wave to and say hello and nod.
And make eye contact.
And ask them how their mother is, and then them respond to me and ask them how my dog is. That's the kind of stuff I want. Not to get too into me, but Mars is also in the 5th house, Aquarius. So there is a force driving us to find joy, a force to find some sort of playful creativity. Maybe you haven't been creative for a long time because there's other stuff on your mind, and here we go, and you can access it now. Joyfulness. It's inevitable.
But not least, Pisces. This energy is in your 11th house, so that's friends, that's networks,
goals,
right? Goals, futurism, technology. Square into Saturn and Neptune in your 2nd house. So that's, again, inspiration and structure for finances. Mercury's going retrograde in the 5th house.
5th house.
So that's children, joy, love, romance, maybe an old romance coming back.
Maybe
and-
it's an old romance coming back. Whoa, lovers! Here we go. This literally is lovers. We have these two figures, male and female, and there's an angel above. There's a lot of relationships that are important to us, which seem really fated and heaven sent, and there's no way that you could be the same person on Earth if you didn't have this person in your life. You know, I certainly wouldn't be the same person if I didn't have Mike in my life.
Oh, Everest.
Oh, it's true. I love you so much. But it's true. It's fated.
No, I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't imagine. It's a fated relationship. I had a lot of trouble understanding this card for a long time. But, you know, now that I have a deep love, it makes a lot of sense to me. There's fated relationships. And this is in our friendships and in our goals. The friendships that we have, that we love our friends. We love our people in our networks. And our goals are together. You know, Adam and Eve, they just want to have a baby. I don't know what the big deal is. Why can't they have a baby? That's the goal.
Simple.
You know, the goal is birth here. You know, when we're having a conversation or we're having a conversation or I'm having a conversation with my best friend, the goal is to have a baby in the conversation, a sort of, you know,
Something juicy.
something
you know?
Delicious and yum, you know, yummy.
Yeah, something real, though.
Yeah.
Not just the weather.
No, not the weather and not, you know, real estate.
No, there's a point to it.
There's a point to it. Mercury in retrograde in the 5th house is finding the point. The whole point is a joyful communication that's young and cherished. And, you know, you remember when you were like, 10 years old and you had that best friend, and you could climb a tree and just like talk all day long and make plans, like pirate plans on like taking over like the school and, you know, turning it into like an arcade, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's happiness.
It's fantasy. For
It's
the
fantasy.
sake of creation. Right?
Fantasy for the sake of creation within your friendships and your networks and your community.
Yeah.
But it's also work because we're talking about Capricorn.
Yes, and Saturn's involved, and Saturn's in the 2nd house, saying make sure there's enough stability, make sure there's enough money.
Yeah.
Mars is in the 4th house for you, Pisces. So that could be some surprise, some disruption in your carefully curated, sacred home space.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little something there.
Maybe, I bet there's a lot something
But we
there.
hope not.
Yeah. Whoa. Hey.
Yeah. All right, we did it.
We did it.
Is your tongue tired? Yeah, mine too.
Mine is pretty tired today.
Yeah.
That was a long video, but we hope you made it through, and
Yeah.
we got some good information for everybody, and we just love you. If you
We're
want,
happy to be here for you.
sure.
We're always ready to do a reading.
Yeah, if
Just
you
give us a call.
if you stumble, if you stumble and trip and have difficulties with job, money, love, those are the three things. We can help you out to have a conversation to help you figure it out.
Always go where it's warm, and always start simply. Not at the top.
No.
As an executor, start in your own community with your own people.
Yes.
Your own tribe. Keep going where it's warm.
Keep going where it's warm. We love you. If you want to support us, you can do that. It's just in the links below. If you would like a reading from Mike and Everest, we would love that. Please like this video, and I would love to hear the comments. The comments lately have been really interesting. Thank you so much.